Perzo has two missions. I've been doing IP communications for quite a while right now, and focused a lot on building real-time communications like Windows Messenger, Skype for Business, etc. And the idea of Perzo came when I realized that there's a lot more going on in our human-to-human interactions beyond just real-time communications. There is email, there is SMS, and there's a lot of those communication tools we use. Yet all those things are kind of living outside of that world, and the information is scattered. And is there a way we can bring those things together? So that was kind of the first, vector for innovation for Perzo. The second one was around security and privacy, and I'll come back to it more in detail. But security and privacy is something that we implicitly assume is there, but it's not. We've seen with PRISM, we've seen with all these revelations from Snowden that actually the data we trust, the third parties, can be either intercepted legally or illegally, or just given to different entities for espionage. So I want to make sure that while Perzo brings the convenience of email, SMS, and instant messaging, does it so that it gives the privacy back to the end users. The password is the most important element in our security model. If you use your password, we have no ways of recovering your password. So you have to go through a set of steps in order to recover your own password. And if you cannot do it, then the data is lost. I mean, that's basically the fundamental premise that only you can decode your information. Microsoft or Yahoo or Google, they have to make sure that they change their philosophy around how they manage security. We have made an assumption that the data that we hold can be intercepted, legally or illegally, that the information channels that people use can be listened to. So when you start with that design, you make different security measures to protect your users' data, which is not something that they have done. So they will have to completely shift their security model in order to make their system as secure as Perzo is. Perzo's security features are all about giving the key management to the end users. So Perzo is not part of that process, so that if Perzo is inquired about a particular information, we never have enough information in order for that data to be decrypted. So that's the fundamental measure of privacy and confidentiality. When I was at Microsoft, I used to work closely with Bill Gates and Steve Ballmer, and they always said you have to have big goals. And I kind of took this away with me, and whatever I worked on, I tried to do something, for the greater good. And what will really make me happy, and I think will be the good future for Perzo, is having made a difference in the way people communicate. And rather than them using different communication tools to interact with their best friends and colleagues, they use instead Perzo, because Perzo just communicates its intention in the most effective and the most secure way. And that will be the best future for Perzo, because it will make a difference in your life and in my life and in our family lives, and that's what we aspire to be.
Okay, yeah, that's really interesting. Was there anything you wanted to add just to finish?
Yes, I'd like to add the fact that the different communication tools that we use today, whether it's email, instant messaging, SMS, or chat rooms, they kind of evolved in their separate silos. If you go to a company, and let's say you're going to work for Yahoo, and you join the Yahoo email team, let's say you are the general manager of the Yahoo email, you are just going to keep improving on that. And if you do Yahoo Messenger, you're going to keep working with Yahoo Messenger. But there are very few people in the market who are thinking about what happens after that. Are instant messaging and email continue to evolve separately? Is there a reason for it to be separate? Why do we have two vehicles to communicate the same intent? I think that's an area where I see the next level of innovation coming, and that's how we thought about Perzo. We said, if we did not have email and instant messaging and SMS, and we were to build the next big communication application, how we would do it? And that's the reason Perzo was born.